STL TV, can you start the webinar? I don't have a button to push. Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rich Bradley, President of the Board of Public Service. This is the regular meeting of the Board of Public Service for Tuesday, August 5th, 2025. There are no lettings or no hearings today, so I would ask that only members of this board be allowed to speak unless recognized by myself or the secretary. At this time, I'll ask the secretary to please call the roll.
Director Days,
Present.
Director Flake,
Present.
Director Hayes,
Present.
Director Patel,
Present.
Director Pearson,
Present.
President Bradley.
Present, we have a quorum. I'll call this meeting to order.
From the President, recommendation that approval be given as follows. Bids for letting number 8789, C&D Concourse Reactivation, Package A, were opened on July 8, 2025. TK Airport Solutions submitted the lowest bid of $19,014,406 under the estimated cost of $24,052,535. However, an addendum issued on June 26, 2025 required all bidders to submit both a federal ID number and a City of St. Louis business license number. It was verified that TK Airport Solutions did not have a city business license, rendering their bid non-compliant. The second lowest bidder, Ben-Hur Construction, submitted a valid license along with a bid of $19,977,570. Therefore, it is recommended that the board deem the apparent lowest bidder, TK Airport Solution, non-responsive and award the contract to Ben-Hur Construction. PSA number 1295, Terminal 1 and Terminal 2, BHS, upper lower level, operating system replacement services with Brock Solution US System LLC for the maximum agreement amount of $3,481,995. From the Office of Special Events, request for the following to be approved, subject to certain conditions. There are 2 special events to be declared as festival zones. Atomic Mark Rebuild at Atomic Pavilion will take place on Talmadge between Vanderveer and Manchester on October the 11th from 5 p.m. to 11:59 p.m. Setup and teardown will begin on October 10th at 5 p.m. and end on October 12th at 5 a.m. Atomic Pines Fest 2025 will take place on Talmadge between Vanderveer and Manchester on October 18th from 5 p.m. to 11:59 p.m. Setup and teardown will begin on October 17th at 5 p.m. and end on October 20th at 5 a.m. From the Director of Public Utilities, recommendation that the board declares as emergency action for the following. Engine replacement for Ford F-550 crew trucks. The estimated cost of this work is $52,124.86. Replacement of doors at the Chain of Rocks Water Treatment Plant, Coagulant House. The cost of this work is $15,290. Scaffolding setup and dismantling at the Howard Bend Water Treatment Plant on filter 5 and 10 within the filter plant. The estimated cost of this work is $7,650. Uninterruptible power supply and battery inspection at the Chain of Rocks and Howard Bend Water Treatment Plants. The estimated cost of this work is $7,400. From the Director of Streets, recommendation that the following be approved, subject to certain conditions. Request by Fast Signs to encroach with a flag-mounted, non-illuminated aluminum sign on the building facade at 550 North 7th Street. From the Directors of Public Safety and Utilities, joint recommendation that the following be approved, subject to certain conditions. Request by Altea LLC to adjust the boundary for 4533 and 4533 and 4535 South Grand Boulevard in City Block 2731. From the Directors of Public Utilities and Streets, joint recommendation that the following be approved. Request by Developer Place Special Business District for public improvements at 5635 Waterman Avenue. The proposed work will involve installing pedestrian lighting poles along Waterman and Clara as part of their ongoing initiative to enhance pedestrian lighting throughout the district. Request by Ameren Missouri to replace the existing transformer at 1629 Biddle with a new loop fed transformer to feed the City of St. Louis Lightning Substation and replace 4 existing poles on North 18th Street. Request by Ameren, Missouri for a pole change out and installation of new equipment on new pole at 4150 Ashland Avenue. Request by Ameren, Missouri to install a new Ameren conduit to extend from the customer property to the adjacent right-of-way of 5558 in Wright, where it will connect to the existing Ameren conduit. Joint recommendation that the following be approved, subject to certain conditions. Request by Ameren, Missouri to install conduits to provide electricity to the Clinton Peabody Housing Complex at 1400 Shoto Avenue. Request by Ameren, Missouri to install a new service pole at the corner of Odell and Alleyway in the city right-of-way for a new crosswalk in front of 2833 South Kings Highway Boulevard. Request by Ameren, Missouri to trench and install concrete encased conduit duct system from the existing manhole at the intersection of North 21st Street and alley to serve permanent electricity for 2025 and 2035 Delmore. Joint recommendation that 7 applications from AT&T be approved, subject to certain conditions. Application number 84 for 1601 Cochran Place. Application number 90 for 4409 St. Louis Avenue. Application number 91 for 956 Bates Street. Application number 92 for 3227 Olive Street. Application number 94 for 8688 Oriole Avenue. Application number 95 for 1314 Gravois Avenue. Application number 96 for 8688 Oriole Avenue. Joint recommendation that 1 application from United Private Network doing business as Segra be approved, subject to certain conditions. Application number 80 for 3686 Olive Street. There are no conditional use permits for today's meeting.
Thank you, Michelle. At this time, I'd like to turn your attention to our meeting minutes from last Tuesday, July 29th, 2025. Are there any questions or comments on the meeting minutes as presented? Seeing none, I'll ask for a motion to approve, please.
So moved, Pierce.
Second, Days.
Thank you, directors. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Dace,
Aye.
Director Flake,
Aye.
Director Hayes,
Aye.
Director Patel,
Aye.
Director Pearson,
Aye.
President Bradley.
Aye, the minutes are approved. Today's agenda, are there any questions or comments on today's meeting agenda? Seeing none, I'll ask for a motion to approve, please.
Motion to approve, Hayes.
Second, Flake.
I'll call for previous roll. Is there any objection to the use of previous roll?
No.
Nope.
Seeing none, today's agenda is approved. Before we adjourn, are there any questions or any comments from any of our board directors? Seeing none, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn, please.
So moved, Hayes.
Second, Days.
Thank you, directors. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Meeting adjourned. Thank you all. Have a good afternoon.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
folks.